while I fast forward and run out of time.
Sure, so are we gonna do Die Hard, Attack of the Terrorists then?
We'll do at least that one, but one more to add an addendum, the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, Return of the King.
Oh, hold on, let me start off with the bio of JDog257.
Okay, why do we have to leak this guy's personal info?
Well, no, because we have to learn who the author is in order to learn about his life.
He's not fucking Scott, he's not like Stephen King or anything, you're not gonna find anything.
Life.
Homer, you could just get hit by the mace and die.
No, he can't. It's too far off.
But see, he wrote this out for us so we could learn more about him.
Oh,
the author has written 4 stories for Die Hard and Pirates of the Caribbean. He is JDog257.
Final Destination!
A suspense-addicted pop culture maniac who loves action, drama, suspense, whatever makes a good story. My fave TV shows include Chuck, Must See, Monk, Good, The Mentalist, Simon Baker, You Rock, MacGyver, Watch It, Burn Notice, and pretty much any crime drama show. I also enjoy cartoons. Currently I hold the title as Supreme Movie Buff. Is that an official title?
It is!
And won the award of most likely to be seen doing something odd. I don't know if that's something to be proud of.
Well, yeah, he writes fan fiction. That's pretty odd right there.
I'm wondering, I'm trying to think of a subtitle for another movie, and I really want to say it.
I have lots of ideas for fanfics, and so I will be uploading many as the summer goes by. You can also see me in some of the Eggshell Productions videos on YouTube. Oh man. Also, this guy's a collaborative effort kind of guy. Also check out Navy Snail's channel. Anyway, enough advertising.
Navy Snails? Is that like Navy Seals, except not quite as
I guess. It's like the really slow, kind of lazy Navy Seals.
Die Hard, The Last Airbender.
Directed by M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
That's like...
What's the twist, Homer?
Oh, that turns out Aang is actually a Protestant. And they can't have that in Avatar Land. So they're like, what the fuck do we do?
Oh.
And I'm like, well, I don't fucking know. Are they all atheists? I'm not
Uh-oh, Spaghetti Fix, The Desolation of Smog.
Did the game just break again?
I think this level is like...
Yeah.
I don't think you can beat this level.
I don't know.
The turtle gets unloaded.
Alright, okay.
A Bug's Life, The Desolation... No.
Alright, I'm done stalling. Do we want to start now?
Yeah. That was pretty fun.
Okay.
If I think of any more on the way, I'll be sure to inform you.
Alright, I feel like that might have been a good highlight. The Desolation of Smog, the highlight.
That's like 5 minutes of just spouting off topical movie names. It's like, I can fucking do it right now. 2.5 Men, The Desolation of Smog. There you go.
2.5 Men.
Scientology, The Desolation of Smog.
Shield, Return of the King. Okay, how do I do this shit? I'm gonna save state.
How Stella got her groove back, a great new journey.
The Emperor's New Groove. Oh no. Oh fuck.
Die Hard, Attack of the Terrorists. John McClane must take down a terrorist organization known as the Dark Angels. Why? Well,
who the fuck cares? No, I'm kidding.
Well, besides the fact that he's John McClane,
the
terrorists
okay,
have his friend's daughter. Prepare for an action-packed cinematic thrill ride. Yay. Rated T.
For teen.
Yes.
Sorry, I had to say that.
John McClane puffed slowly and steadily on the cigarette butt dangling out of the corner of his mouth.
Why is he puffing a cigarette butt? I think that's what you throw away. Is that like, is he putting it,
okay?
Did he put it in reverse? It's like he puts it in reverse. It's like, okay, what do I do now?
He
How
was
do you light
inside
it?
a cheap cafe owned by a cheapskate who wrapped up money by selling people overpriced meals that weren't worth a dime.
Now you were gonna say selling your body, but that works too.
So John McClane... John McClane hangs out inside cheap cafes, I guess.
You know, you never know, man.
It could be that guy.
That's
the economy that we're living in today.
That's the cut. That's like a cut scene from Die Hard 2 where the guy made him work in a cheap hotel or something.
It's a little like that. He was waiting for an old friend to stop by. Talk about this Christmas. Oh no. His friend arrived 30 minutes late, calm and casual in a dark blue suit.
Oh,
Frank,
fuck that.
how you doing? McLean asked, letting the smoke of his cigarette drift out of his mouth like fog. McLean.
What else would it be
Frank
like?
said enthusiastically.
Like water out of the falling, freezing river.
Is the fog a character in this movie?
Sean,
What?
That says the fog a character in the movie.
the desolation
That's
of
why
fog. I get it now. It's not fog. It's not smog. It's fog. We've been wrong all along.
it's the desolation of fog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been better, McLean smiled. That's just like you, McLean. Never satisfied. Frank joked.
I'll put out some more.
So how are the kids? McLean.
What kind of question's that right after that? It's like, you know, you're never happy with anything, John, but how are the kids doing?
So how's your sex life?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh god. The Room, Fellowship of the Ring.
Thinks he's the coolest kid in town. Sounds like a teenager, McLean joked. But that's not what I came here to talk to you about, John. Frank's voice suddenly grew cold. Well, no need
Frank?
to get hostile about it, buddy, McLean said, concern
Buddy?
in his voice. Here, said McLean.
Hey.
I'll buy you a beer and we can talk about it.
I'll buy you some of this cheap, overpriced, shitty beer.
That ain't worth a dime.
Yeah, it ain't worth a dime. So he's gonna pay like 2 cents for it?
In this cafe run by some cheapskate. It's a cheap cafe.
What else would it be an expensive one at that point?
Yeah, I guess. No, McLean, snapped Frank. I need to tell you something right
I have to
now.
be sober. Why is this guy throwing bones? I don't
Okay,
wanna
man, just calm down. McLean, a group of terrorists want you dead.
Oh
Really?
shit! It's the plot for
Okay.
my 3rd movie.
I was going to buy you a beer, I mean...
Come on,
Do you
dude,
have
we're
to
gonna have a
darken the
drink
food
about
like
this, and we're gonna have a drink, and we're gonna talk about how some terrorists are in town.
I'll
just in
take
this
that beer
public
now,
bar.
but a group of terrorists want you dead. Who's the group?
Thanks for the beer, but you're gonna die.
They call themselves the Dark Angels. McLean shuddered. He had before taken on the Dark Angels, and he had
What?
ended up in the hospital.
Is he
These
gonna talk
guys
about how
were-
we played Final Fantasy VII or something?
Was
Well, no, this isn't his first rodeo with the Dark Angels. He's ready.
Yeah. And let me ask, McLean interrupted. How do you know about the Dark Angels? They
used
kidnapped
to
my
be one.
daughter and said that if I didn't kill you, they would kill her, me, and you. Oh,
now we must
shit,
fight.
McLean swore.
Oh, well,
I'm gonna kill all of you anyway.
Okay,
well, McLean, you're going to die, but do you want me to do it? I mean,
so
we're
about
really close friends, and,
a couple of seconds ago, McLean just asked, so how are the kids? And Frank's first response was not to tell him that his daughter had been kidnapped by terrorists that
I'm
wanted
going to
them all
kill you.
dead.
Dude,
Here-
this is subtext, okay? You gotta build it up, or no one's gonna believe it.
It's like a German foreign film.
Like, how is your kids? How they hold?
How's your kids?
How are they holding up? Oh,
Dad
you
turned
know,
13, thinks he's the coolest
Well,
kid in
little
town.
Hans, he's doing okay.
another war.
She would do better in school, though.
Sounds like a teenager, McLean joked. Oh, by the way, my daughter got kidnapped by terrorists that want to kill you. Ah,
Are you bad enough to
shit.
save her? Are you a
Well,
bad enough
that
dude?
explains everything. You don't want the beer because you're dealing with terrorists.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah. Are you a bad enough dude to save your daughter?
Oh shit, McLean swore. Help me, McLean. Don't worry, I'll help you out. McLean, I didn't want to do this. Frank reached into his suit and pulled out a gun.
Oh
McLean-
shit! Just a gun.
McLean leaped across the table and hit the gun out of his hand
Oh
and onto the cushioned cafe seat. McLean, I have to do this. No, Frank, you don't. You are going to come with me and help me find these sons of... It's censored. Bitches, and I'll get
Why
back
would
your
you say
daughter.
Sons of B asterisks.
Yeah, it's all
You
asterisks.
sons of bleeps! I've had enough to hear with your
Sons of
bleeping
bleeps.
club.
And I'll get
You want
back
to
your
hear about
daughter.
it?
Yippee-ki-yay, mother! Shit, I can't say that on TV.
McLean
We can
grabbed the
talk
gun
about
and
alcohol,
concealed
God
it in his
forbid we
coat
curse.
pocket. He grabbed Frank by the shoulders and helped him walk out of the cafe. They probably already know what I told you.
You
They
know
have
what?
people everywhere. McLean scanned the street.
Can I
The
stop
building,
this for a
its
second?
stores. What?
It's rated T for terrorism, I get it now.
Yes, that's
Oh, no,
that's
I
what
mean-
this is.
What makes this tale so cool so far is the fact that you have alcohol, but God forbid you curse. 'Cause that's just crossing the line, alright?
Wow, these graphics look really great. Sorry, completely unrelated.
Part of excellent graphics.
Oh god, Forrest Gump,
Excellent
Return of the
graphics
King.
of Die Hard, Attack of the Terrorists.
Are you ready? Forrest Gump, Return of the King. Oh man, I'm here all day. Keep... Jenny, what are you doing? Throw the ring into the bucket!
Life is like a box of Elkenstones.
You only find one art.
My mama
And then
always
you
told
might-
me not to use this ring.
Would Gollum be like Sergeant Dan then?
You ain't got no legs, Gollum.
What did you say?
Oh fuck. Alright, keep going. I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm
Alright.
perfectly fine. Prosthetic limbs aside.
Yes. McLean grabbed the gun, concealed it in... Okay, we already did that.
Okay, wait, how do you bring a gun into a bar? Can I ask
I
that?
don't know, and I don't
under
know how
his-
nobody reacted to Frank trying to straight up assassinate John McClane. but-
Everybody's like,
No,
yes.
no, this is a club where they're worried about the cheap beer. No one cares about murder. This beer is terrible, though.
What if Frank's
You're
like just
right.
like a regular there and
Anybody
like,
who goes to that bar will
Cafe.
care enough.
like Frank's a regular here, he usually shoots a few people.
Oh, this shit happens all the time. Last week, a fucking goldfish tried to assassinate him.
Okay. McLean scanned the street, the buildings, and the stores for anyone suspicious. No one matched the Dark Angel's look.
What
But
do they
then that
look?
was-
Were they just like people?
But then that was what they wanted him to think. Suddenly,
They all
a
know. They
muffled
all have
gunshot
face
sounded
paint, like
off.
Sting.
Yeah, they're gonna dress up like the freaking Crips now or something? Is that what it's gonna go happen?
Suddenly, a muffled gunshot sounded off, and McLean turned to see Frank lying dead on the sidewalk.
Well, that was a
McLean
great
saw-
what a great
that was-
character.
Yeah, that was fast. McLean saw a hooded figure run down the street, and he immediately gave chase. The hooded figure ducked into an alley, and McLean put his hand on his gun
Oh,
and stopped
Forrest
in
got the
alleyway.
sling blade.
He could see the hooded person duck into an apartment. McLean pulled out his gun. He walked quickly and
wait,
silently over to
So
the
is
apartment door.
Frank literally the living exposition then?
I guess. This is the police. Come out where I can see you, McLean snidely yelled.
Oh no, the
No
police are with the
response.
Dark Angels!
No response. You asked for it, McLean smiled. McLean broke down the door and ran inside. What you doing in my apartment, you dirty cop? A voice screamed, probably female. Get out of my apartment!
Probably female, but you never know with these politically correct.
Sometimes men or women. We can't be sure.
Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know which ones have nuts.
That was when the gunshots came. Walls became riddled with bullets, and McLean dropped to the ground. He began to crawl across the floor and saw a man firing a machine gun into the room that McLean had been in.
It's not
McLean
enough-
fired his gun at the man's foot, and he went down with a scream of pain. Luckily, he also dropped the gun. McLean got on his feet and ran over to the man.
How convenient!
Hey,
Oh, thank
buddy,
God,
how's
drop
Dark
the gun.
Angels?
That was a
McLean
1 in 128 drop.
The man groaned. This one's for Frank, McLean menaced.
The
and
guy
he
I
punched
barely
the man
knew.
hard in the face.
The guy who spoke like 3 lines, it's for him.
The
We
man lay
developed a
still,
deep
How's your
emotional
family?
connection.
I gotta kill you though, Frank.
not
Wait.
dead, but unconscious.
What
Let's
the
see how my friends at Dark Angels are doing, McLean said as he grabbed a cell phone out of the man's pocket.
Then cut
The
the
phone
Dark
was
Angels.
a cheap one. McLean managed to view the recent calls. One name stuck out. Victor Kretyuit. Kretyuit.
Okay, Kryptonite! Victor Kryptonite!
That's totally not fake name.
I'm just gonna post this in the chat.
Okay, I'll see if I can read it.
Let me make sure I got this right. Yeah, that's his name. Victor
Whoa.
Kretyuit.
This guy's like the film buff in the family, right?
Create cute.
This guy's the film buff.
Kretyuit.
This guy's the fucking film buff. This is the
Well,
film
yeah.
buff.
That doesn't mean he's a language buff.
That doesn't mean he's a fucking
Smack his
script writer
keyboard and
either,
got
I
a
guess.
name.
He's not just a film buff, he's an all-star film buff. He has like an award for this or something.
I'm sure the award was given to him by Smash Mouth.
No. See, what happened was there was a 30-minute exposition on ESPN about it. Charles Barkley was there.
Charles Barkley gave him the award.
Now
He was
this is a good, competent movie buff. Let me tell you.
Let me tell you something.
I'm gonna tell you a story about us.
Yar. So Victor Kretyuit, he was the head honcho of the Angels of Darkness.
Okay, can
It
you
was-
make up your mind on that fucking name?
Yeah, wasn't it Dark Angels half a second ago?
No,
It is
these are the
Dark Angels
completely
or
different
the
group.
Angels of Darkness. McLean
Only
saw
thing-
the number 555-5654. He dialed.
Creativity.
Yes, a voice said. Hey, this is John McClane.
He just
Remember
answers.
me, buddy? McClane, how do you have this number? Well, I kind of beat the crap out of one of your guys, and he told me. McClane, if living is in your best interest, I suggest you hang up the phone right now.
I'm
McClane
gonna die
smiled.
anyways.
McClane smiled.
is-
Oh, it's in my best interest, is it? Well, guess what? I think it's in your best interest to watch your back. Because I am going to trace this phone number, come over to your place, and beat the shmee out of you.
He's gonna beat the bleep out of him, man. We're
He's
fucking
gonna
tired
beat
of
the bleep out of you.
He's gonna beat the awkward Comic Sans out of you.
How is he
gonna
going to
attack
trace
with
the
a sense
phone
of art.
number? Like, did he have, like, a whole police setup here to start with? Or, like...
Oh,
No,
how's he-
anybody can trace the phone. He's just gonna Google it.
Yeah, okay, I guess.
My Google satellite. My own privately owned satellite.
McLean hung up and traced the phone number.
Oh,
It turned up... Is that how tracing phone numbers works?
He gets an
Yeah,
actual
you just
sheet.
do it. You don't talk
Just
about
do
how you do
it.
it. You just
got-
Don't
do it.
worry about
All he
it.
did was got a sheet of paper, and he's like, okay.
Film buff or not, I don't think this guy's gonna grow up to be a
Called the operator and
scriptwriter.
said, "Tell me where this number came from."
Oh
I'm John
god.
McClane. I have kids in a shitty cafe.
Help me, I'm dialing a style phone.
McLean hung up and traced the phone number.
Oh, for
It
operator.
turned up to be an abandoned warehouse in the shady part of Manhattan.
Of course. Where else would it be?
It's always
Yippee-
fucking Manhattan.
BK yay, McLean smiled. And he
spelled it
reloaded
wrong!
his gun and
You
said,
spelled it wrong!
That's how he
Yippee-ki-yay!
spelled it.
Yippee-ki-yay!
Yippee-ki-yay.
BK
It sounds
yay.
more like a fucking Dudley Do-Right cartoon.
Yeah.
Yippee-ki-yay, merrily.
Fuck me. Why, John McClane?
You have to understand, okay? He had a lot of shitty beer, so his speech is slurred.
It's gonna happen.
It wasn't worth a dime, alright? You weren't
It was-
there.
I hope this guy writes a script for a real Die Hard movie. I just want to see what that would end up being.
But thanks
I
to the
can't-
fifth one, this could be believable.
I can't say I don't agree.
What?
The fifth Die Hard was something else, dude. And this sounds very believable because of it.
Yes. Okay, Die Hard Part 2. McLean parked his car outside of the warehouse. He stayed in the car, taking a look around the area. Several buff bodyguards hung around the main entrance,
They're all
doing-
German.
doing their best to look serious and muscular. I guess they're all German now. McLean lit up a cigarette and relaxed in the seat of his car. Didn't he light up the cigarette butt? He only smokes the butts.
Yeah.
Of course, that's the best parts.
If there's a problem, it's always with the butts, you know? I mean,
The butts always go down smooth. That's what I say.
he lights
You
like
can
he lights the front of it, but then he like puts the front in his mouth.
Oh my god. The ashes are a good snack.
John McClane hungry.
It's the only
I
thing
gotta
I
have
can
cigarettes,
taste.
butt, and have beer.
My dull taste buds and this shitty beer. I better eat a cigarette.
Well, yeah, the shitty beer helps the cigarettes go down.
He considered putting some music on, but decided against it. Oh, you don't wanna alert the guards by blasting some of your favorite music. John
No, it's the
McClane.
movie,
Yeah, we
it's the
got
movie
copyright.
Play some Christmas
soundtrack.
carols.
I was expecting like Dragon Force or something generic, but you know that
Yeah.
works too.
Bro, it's Linkin Park.
Oh god. Crawling in cheap boots. I don't know. I have no idea.
Victor would be expecting him, and it was better to keep the tension at a maximum high. McLean saw a security camera looking at him, and he winked at it.
More
Better
like the
keep
guy
a
from Sin
positive
City.
attitude. A security guard put his finger
Oh.
on his earpiece and nodded. Then he turned to face McLean. McLean took out his gun and put it on the seat. The guard walked towards McLean's car. McLean put the car in neutral and loudly revved the engine. The guard jumped back and McLean laughed. The guard, feeling humiliated, grabbed his gun and fired a shot at McLean.
That's not
Okay,
legal
you grabbed your
though.
engine at me, you piece of shit.
The bullet narrowly missed the car. You missed a car!
Well, it's like
Blank.
it's like trying to shoot Arnold Schwarzenegger. They always miss.
You'd hope to at least hit the one very
This
large
gun
object.
doesn't have a scope. I can't see.
Oh, there's no iron sights in this fucking game.
No, it's a piece of shit.
The bullet narrowly missed the car, and McClane picked up his gun and fired it at the guard, who immediately dropped dead. That was enough to make all the security guards fire at McClane, but the one thing that he had
that did it, but not the other guy shooting at him.
McClane stomped on the gas pedal and flew towards the main entrance. The guards chickened out at the last second and jumped out of the way. Before McClane came crashing through the wall. Ugh. When McClane was through, he could see nothing but miles and miles of boxes. Each of them had thick lettering that said, "Happy Wonders Teddy Bears." What the heck? McClane grabbed his
brand insertion.
McClane grabbed his gun and got out of the car. "I'm back."
I'm hoping the author describes Can I hope the author describes a Wendy's billboard for more ads? Just out of
a voice came through a loudspeaker. "Mr. McClane, how nice to see you. Too bad it will be the last time that we ever meet."
How did I do?
I've never met you, but hey, how's it going?
"I have a feeling that we will be seeing each other very soon, Victor," McClane yelled. He's talking to you through a loudspeaker. I don't think he can hear you. That was when dozens of guards jumped out from behind piles of boxes of Happy Wonders teddy bears.
Okay, so they were hiding in the boxes.
Well, yeah, they're Happy Wonder teddy bears.
Is that how they're gonna take over America? They're gonna come in like children's toys and be like, boom, and shoot everybody in the house?
They're Happy Wonders teddy bears armed with guns and a killer intent. Oh my god. And the desolation of smog.
No, but obviously. But they have to go through the Twin Towers first.
What, was that you, Mr. McClane? Victor taunting voice loomed in the air.
But I guess you could hear him through the loudspeaker then.
I guess so.
Rather,
Victor,
John
I am
McClane
a man
yelled
of my word, and it looks like you might have to learn that the hard way. Part 3. Security guards formed a circle around John McClane, each one equipped with high-power machine guns and plenty of bullets.
Oh, so
Goodbye,
there's low-power
Mr. McClane.
machine guns?
Victor's voice faded away. The guards aimed their weapons. However, McClane thought up a great idea. It might end up with his own death, but hey, it was worth a try.
Yeah, you know,
just
like
action movie heroes think. It's like, it might end up with my own death.
I think
but hey,
Arnold Schwarzenegger thinks in idea bubbles, like, shoot!
Yeah.
Nobody has time for common sense!
No, run the car!
McClane turned around and fired a bullet at the gas tank of his car. A huge fireball erupted, and McClane felt his hair singe from the... Isn't he bald?
Not anymore. He has hair now.
He has
this
like
is
a full...
before the 5th Die Hard. And the
Can
4th...
okay.
Can I picture
I guess
him...
this is like a between 1 and 2 sort of a story.
Can I picture him having like a huge mullet? Like just...
Yeah, you can.
No, in this movie he has an afro.
Oh,
if it makes you feel better. Okay. He of course dived forward and hit the ground to avoid the explosion.
Of course, he will only die hard.
An overwhelming breath of hot air spread over him, and McClane closed his eyes, waiting until he was absolutely sure that it was over. When he got up, it was clear that the guards were not as lucky as he. His back felt badly burnt, but not enough to slow him down. He walked forward and heard Victor's voice again, from behind him this time. "McClane, when are you ever going to learn to give up?" Victor sounded annoyed.
Do you have 360?
McClane took this to his advantage. Annoyed terrorists usually did not have as good of an aim.
What?
"When are you gonna learn to shut up?" McClane snapped.
Whoa,
It wasn't his best comment.
How's your family?
Okay, wait. Annoyed terrorists don't have good aim. Is this like a fucking study now?
Yeah,
like, did I get a percentage?
This guy is an all-star film buff. He knows his film terrorists.
I know my annoyed terrorists, and these guys are clearly annoyed terrorists. I've met a few of them in real life.
So to this, McClane responds, "When are you gonna learn to shut up?" It wasn't his best comeback, but Victor was easily...
Oh, you're sure it wasn't his best?
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to take too much credit for this writing. After all, I'm only JDog253, 257.
You're not even getting the name right.
I'm not even.
Are you like an actor?
See, Victor had asked him how his family was before he shot him. Like, how are your children?
McClane, is the wife and kids doing pretty
Derek's
good?
doing alright. He's a teenager, turned 13. He's the coolest kid on the block. Oh, by the way, my daughter got kidnapped by terrorists.
And
By the way, I'm gonna kill you and your family, but thanks for asking.
I'm not letting go of that. That was really weird.
This level's annoying. And again, most auto-scrolling levels are.
Yes. Alright, so it wasn't his best comeback, but Victor was easily annoyed. Turn around, please, Mr. McLean. I would like to see your face
please
before
and
I
thank
kill
you.
you, Victor chimed. McLean turned around, but remarked, "You have realized by now, Victor, that I am not an easy man to kill, which is exactly why I shall take such pleasure in pulling the trigger," Victor snidely replied. Victor began to walk towards McLean with a handgun pointed right at McLean's head. "It is too bad you had to die, Mr. McLean. You would have made such a good henchman."
Can we stop for a moment?
Said McLean. "It has always been my dream to work for some wannabe crime lord in a warehouse stacked with Happy Wonders teddy bears." That ticked Victor off so much that by the time Victor had walked over to McLean, he was so furious that his gun was shaking in his hand. McLean looked at the gun. It was a Beretta, but one that looked as though it was cleaned every other minute. It sparkled in the dim light of the warehouse.
Is he sexualizing it? Is he sexualizing that gun?
With the gun.
Can I shoot the pistol for you?
How's your family pistol?
McLean remembered, Victor hates dirt. Anything filthy. He likes everything clean. So McLean had an idea. He cut his lip. When he dived to the floor and a small trickle of blood was coming out, he mixed the blood with some saliva in his mouth and spit directly into Victor's face. Victor looked horrified and he wiped his eyes, therefore leaving the gun open to McLean.
Can I?
Didn't waste a second. He grabbed the gun out of Victor's hand and clubbed him in the head with it.
Pardon
Victor
me.
Fell to the floor
Pardon
unconscious.
So wait, the spit killed Victor.
Yeah. Maybe
What?
Victor's secretly an alien, like any form of bacteria will like kill him.
Use the bubble lead, John McLean.
Yeah.
The only thing that'll work, everything else doesn't. Just bubbles.
Swing away, John McLean. The alien. Victor's weak to water. Okay. Victor fell to the floor unconscious. Yippee-ki-yay, McLean said, and he carried Victor's limp body to the nearest police station. He taped a note onto Victor that read, "Arrest me." He then went back inside.
From your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
And retrieved Frank's daughter, who thanked him a million times for rescuing her. "A job well done," McLean later said out loud. He had just finished bringing Frank's daughter to her grandparents' house. He was sitting outside of a bar, puffing on another cigarette.
Cheap ass bar.
And began to walk home, aware of the many adventures ahead. John McLean,
prequel to the
Adventure Saga.
John McClane, The Fellowship of the Ring.
John McClane.
Beyond Two Souls, John McClane.
Oh my god. Dude, they're totally gonna get Bruce Willis in a Quantic Dream game one of these days. It's gonna be awful.
That was certainly an adventure of proportions.
That was an adventure.
Well, we learned that
I
Bruce
like
Willis
how he
eats his
completely
cigarettes.
brushed over the fact that he killed Frank. He didn't bring that up with his daughter.
Yeah, well, you know, Frank.
Your dad's dead.
I'm sorry about your dad being dead. He tried to shoot me. I'm a man of my word, though.
I told him I'll rescue you, but not before I killed him.
Oh.
Well, Frank's daughter married
Bruce
Victor's
Willis.
son,
Oh.
Francis. They have 3 children.
Francisco.
They're on an epic quest to save the English from the evil English.
I don't know. I think overall I like this guy's fanfiction.
It was
It's pretty entertaining.
It had the corniness of a Die Hard movie, I'll give it that.
Yeah.
I'd like to know why John McClane does choose cigarettes, but I think we'll find that out maybe in the next
Well,
one.
no, he smokes the butts because they're healthier.
Yeah,
You know, it's raw tobacco, so it's all the poison without any of the filter.
I chew more ass than I smoke.
Well, yeah, you know. He would do chew, but then you'd have to inhale it, so...
Anyways, let's keep going here.
Alright.
Let's keep going on the pain train. Let's not do the other one. I think that's my fill of John McClane. That's all the yippee-ki-yay I can take in one day.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Alright, we'll find something different then. Oh man, that was something.
That was like a precious childhood memory.
Yes.
Wish my childhood had
Tell me
yippee.
the story of how John McClane defeated the evil terrorist and while killing one of his friends in the process.
Well, son, it all started with a chant of yippee-ki-yay.
That's how he put himself in that.